original material is incomplete, approximately a third of the film has been lost, extra text has been added to compensate for the missing scenes based on documents from the film's release in 1913. In 1998, the Netherlands Film Museum donated an incomplete nitrate copy of Protea to the Cinémathèque Française. Thanks to the sequences present in this copy, another restoration could be done to complete the negative of the original version at the Cinémathèque Française. The original credits of the film come from a 16mm negative found in the collections of the Cinemateca Argentina. Gothenburg, capital of Messenia, the Baron de Nieborg, Chief of Police, receives very important diplomatic news. From the Foreign Affairs Minister to the Baron de Nieborg, Chief of Police. Sir, we have learned from reliable sources that Celtia and Slavonia have just signed a treaty conflicting with our interests. We must obtain this document at all costs. The Minister of Foreign Affairs. The Baron de Nieborg turns to the only person capable of taking on such a tricky mission and succeeding. A mysterious human being. A master in espionage. The famous adventuress Protea. Protea agrees, but on one condition. Her assistant, the eel, has to be released from jail. Soon afterwards, the eel does not appreciate being put on probation. He would rather be free and independent. The police chief learns of the eel's escape. Gothenburg, at the home of the Slavonian ambassador and country signatory to the secret treaty with Celtia. To the Slavonian ambassador, the Baron de Nyborg asked Protéa to get hold of the document. She will take the Orient Express for Celtia tomorrow night. On the ambassador's order, the secretary, the Earl de Vahalo, takes the Orient Express to delay Protea's arrival in Celtia and to warn the authorities. Protea and the eel have spotted the man in charge of following them. At the station buffet, Protea distracts the Earl de Vahalo. Despite his time away, the eel still got it. At the border of Celtia, Protea and the eel gather intelligence by going through the Earl de Vahalo's luggage. From the Slavonian ambassador in Gothenburg to Monsieur de Robertso, Celtian Minister of Foreign Affairs. Sir, the Earl de Vahalo, to whom I have given a confidential mission regarding your government, will present you his credentials. The Slavonian ambassador in Gothenburg. Unable to prove that he is a diplomat on a mission, the Earl de Vahalo is arrested for smuggling cigars and lace. In Metropolis, the capital of Celtia, the Minister of Foreign Affairs entrusts his secretary with a copy of the treaty so that he can put it in a safe place. Meanwhile, in the reception hall of the ministry, After hearing the watchman's report, Monsieur de Robertceau orders his secretary to lock the precious document in a safe. He then prepares himself to meet an old lady coming to submit a request. The minister is given a gift from the Viceroy of Numidia. The next part of the plan, Protea catches up with the minister's personal assistant. To the head of the Secretariat, hand over the document to my personal assistant. In spite of the directives from his personal assistant, somebody tries to wake the minister. The effects of the chloroform are fading sooner than expected. The minister awakes in the crate and calls for help. Meanwhile, Protea tries to get the minister's secretary to give her the treaty. But it will take a lot more than that to discourage Protea. At the minister's ball later, a gypsy musician and a very stylish servant are about to spice things up a bit. The Earl de Vahalo, finally released, was also attending the party. The Earl de Vahalo informs the minister that he recognized Protea among the orchestra musicians. The ploy didn't work. But it's too late. The train has left the station. The new Albanian ambassador and his wife pay the price for this sudden escape. Protea and the EO blend into the glamorous ball. Suddenly, the ambassador's wife faints. Her husband brings her into the minister's bedroom to rest. It doesn't take long for the safe to yield to the evil's expert hands. All the exits are blocked. In order to get out, the two accomplices set the apartment on fire and pretend to be firemen. During the intervention of the firefighters, they quietly leave the crime scene. The missing treaty leads to a massive police mobilization with search warrants and questionings. One policeman pinpoints the house where the two suspects are hiding. Taken by surprise, Protea and Leo let themselves be tied down to the bed. The short policeman goes to get backup. But the bed is rigged. It sinks into the floor and lands on the floor below. The bed is also a wardrobe full of disguises. They have no trouble freeing themselves and putting on a new outfit. Thanks to a rigged chimney, they get into the apartment next door. The policemen, in great numbers this time, follow them up to the roofs. But powerless in the face of the two acrobatic fugitives, they give up the chase. It would have taken a lot more to deter Protea.